Hello, this is David Highland. Welcome to my video. For those of you who don't know, this is only meant for school purposes alone. I am currently going to UAT for training under game designing. So I tried to do a few attempts at making a stage using Unreal Engine 4. Now, one of my attempts is to build a Legend of Zelda Link to the Past stage, which is, as you know, the first part of the level, which is the castle area, or at least the outside. So, for my attempt, as you see, I'm building the lighting right now. I have recreated, or almost recreated, the stage here. It isn't much because you can't see the flowers in it. I had trouble trying to find the right types, so I try to build around as best as I can. Here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you get a good glimpse of what I'm talking about. Now, most of what I have here is not really much. I couldn't quite find, these yellow freakish looking trees here, so I had to make it a little bit more realistic and grab at least some flowers to replace them. As for the big trees, couldn't really find the right type, so I ended up grabbing one simple cherry tree and just scaling it to a big portion size. Grass work was pretty simple. All I needed to do was grab the foliage right around here and start planting a small area just so it matches with the stage here. I know you see the dark spots, I do too, which is why the lighting's being built right now. So, I'm going to go over what I tried to copy so far. So this flower patch, or this grass patch right here, is almost the same thing as this one. Your character can cut, and it'll just turn trim. Also, I'm pretty sure you've noticed by now, but there's like a little poppies right here, or little flowers. That's, oops, sorry. Crap, where is it? That's because if you notice around here, you see like the little tiny flower segments right around here. I added those in each of the placements right around the entire area. Oh yeah, as for the ground dirt, like I said, this was my first attempt. If I could, I would have like multi-layered a whole moat area right around here. But since I'm barely learning anything, I just had to go with some examples off of YouTube. So I ended up making something a little bit more similar. Water seems a bit dark. If you'll forgive me, this is just because I tried to put in the lake function into it, or the lake materials in it. Instead, the whole thing turned dark. So I replaced it with just the ocean view. Now what I did was for the tile area, I just went on terrains, started throwing in my own mix of painting materials, and started to landscape it a little bit. And really, this is just an attempt at making a level. So I try to fill around the almost the same exact as this area right here. For my first attempt, it's not really that bad. Um, let's see. Also, I wanted to add in like for all the stuff that you cut. Um, Sometimes the ground does look like it's either trimmed or there's just barely any dirt in it. So I tried to make all the bushes here have like a dirt patch. So whenever a character does cut, you can see the patch is right there. And of course, see a few of those things right there. Boulder, well, once again, I couldn't really find the right type of boulder. Most likely in these games, you see them as round and rectangles, or sorry, squares. Unfortunately, most of the stuff were like not exactly matching, so I ended up doing the best of what I got and just put a rock there. Oh yeah, fence work. Well, not my best work, but going off of the game here, I highly doubt the players ain't going to like try run off here. I mean, they know it's a barrier. As far as the wood texture goes, I just try to find a oak. Unfortunately, everything looks so shiny. Still, lets them believe that a lot of polishing has been done to all this. Oh yeah. One other thing. Originally, the sun was like placed on the far left-hand side, covering most of the stuff inside the castle area. So I had to reposition it all the way up there, so you can get a clear view of the inner courtyard here. Now, let's see. Yes. Doors. Um, whoops. There I go again. Clicking on the wrong thing. Doors here. Uh, couldn't quite find the right type. Once again, this was just an attempt at building a stage here. And since most of the items and stuff are expensive on the Unreal Engine, I had to grab some of the free stuff and just add it on there. Now, if you guys are wondering about the stuff from where I got this from, um, most likely they're all a mix from Infinity Blade content, which is on the Unreal Engine. They're for free, so really, I had to deal with the best. Roof tiles here, couldn't quite color them. I know it's supposed to be all right, white and stuff, but let's just say, for example, this is just the first part of the stage where it's just taken over, and the whole castle's practically transformed. This is what you get. Yes. I realize for this area, I tried to make do of what I have. Once again, I know it's like one bush right there, but just to express that there's like a drop hole down here, I had to make the hole bigger. But for this purpose, I've only built this stage, so I decided to just bury the hole and just seal it shut. Same goes with the stairs over here. Well, don't want anyone going off the grid here. Just want to show them that what I attempted to do was just a mere imitation of the map. I realize I need to add something right here, but for the purposes, I'm just this is just my first attempt at doing this. So while the lighting is being fixed, um, well, oh yes, about the wall structures here and the bridge. I once again couldn't quite find the right coloring for this, so I know the whole path is supposed to be like jade green or a teal and stuff, but this is just for practice purposes. It took it at least 12 hours just because I needed to find the right material for all of this, but I ended up doing the best I can. The main addition is just the replacement with a few assets here, like the flowers and the patches. I ended up putting in Hemsworth, a few buttercups, and poppies. Oh, well, that stinks. Seems like I can't get this whole thing fixed because these doors here have their own UAs and they're interfering with my work here, so can't really build a good shadow around here. Okay, so if you notice, I built like a little particle system right around here, which is like a wave flag on both ends. And there you go. One cheap imitation of the Legend of Zelda castle. Well, as I said, this is for practice purposes, but as long as I keep practicing and improving on the structures and stuff, I'll get to it eventually. That's the end of this video here. I know it wasn't much to demonstrate here, but well, in case anyone's ever interested of like recreating a NES stage and stuff, Unity Engine would be the best bet to be doing it. Well, folks, and that's about it.